Okay, so now we're going to go over how to use the pump. And I've disconnected it here, so this is purely demonstration. But in a nutshell, the first thing you do is take a look at your buttons here. And if you just hit the act, you get a menu of things. And escape is literally that. Okay? You can go, these are your up and down buttons. If you're in the dark, you can push down and you get a backlight. And that's the activate sound, but we're going to ignore all of that for right now. What you all need to know is this button right here, big B, is for bolus. And a bolus is whenever you're giving him insulin. Okay? So we hit that button, and the first thing you see is enter BG. That's blood glucose, his blood sugar. And so whatever you got from the meter is what we're going to put in here. Now the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to run it up really high so you can see that once in a while, if you're under 70 or over 250, and we already have talked about what to do with that, but if you put that into the pump, you might get a message here. For the purposes that we're dealing with here, you could ignore this message and just go on to the next number. Okay? And this just says enter food. That literally means what was the carb count. So you looked at all the packaging of the food or looked into his book, and you've made an estimate on how many carbs that he's consumed or is about to consume. And you're going to put that number in here. For what we're doing here, let's just say 18. And you hit act again for enter. Now it's going to give you an estimate details, and it's showing that this is about how much insulin we're going to give, 0.9 in this case. Food intake, 18 grams of carbohydrate. The blood glucose is 281, and you could go up and down and look at all the other details. Not particularly important. The important thing is hit act again, and it's blinking 0.9. That's how much insulin it is about to give him. Hit act again, and now it is going to start pumping insulin. So once it starts counting up, that means that you have started the insulin giving process. And if we were to watch this, we could watch it slowly drip out a little bit of insulin, but we won't take the time for that. And that is how to use the pump.